know now, our life would be better off.
It's the show that's changing the world. Now you don't just listen to the show, you live it. Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, it's the Dave Ramsey Show, where debt is dumb, cash is king, and the paid-off home mortgage has taken the place of the BMW as the status symbol of choice. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host. This is Your Call America, your place where you can call in. It's your show. The phone number is 888-825-5225. That's 888-825-5225. Well, L.A., listen to me carefully. Chris Hogan is starting to sign books in mere moments. He will be there at the Barnes & Noble on Promenade, in the Promenade at Santa Monica, which is a beautiful area there. And they will be giving away, the team is there with Chris, will be giving away $2,000 brought to you by Zander Insurance. The book signing started just moments ago, and sometime in the next 30 or 45 minutes, they'll be giving away the money. And, of course, he'll be signing books the entire time until there's no one there to sign books for. So stop by the Promenade there in Los Angeles, the Barnes & Noble, and we want you to come by and see him. He's had a very successful book tour and book launch with the new book, Retire Inspired, so that you can lay out an exact target for your retirement that you want to hit, and then develop a detailed plan of exactly how to hit the exact target. See, you don't win the Super Bowl on accident, and you don't retire wealthy on accident. It requires planning. It requires studying. It doesn't require you have a master's degree. The good news is you can have a middle-class income and have the disciplined steadiness along with a detailed plan and retire a millionaire in America today. $100 a month invested from age 30 to age 70 is $1,176,000 in a good growth stock mutual fund and a Roth IRA. That's $100. Cable breath. Really. Think about what you spend $100. Some of you go out to eat, you spend $100 every time you go out to eat. So I don't know if it's $200 in your world. I don't know if it's $300 in your world. But it doesn't take a lot to retire with dignity when you have a plan, a dream, and a detailed process. And that's what the book Retire Inspired gives you by Chris Hogan, America's voice for retirement. Now, you can get Retire Inspired at Amazon. You can get it at any bookstore, Barnes & Noble. You can get it from the DaveRamsey.com store. You can go to Chris's website at ChrisHogan360 and get it. But get this book. It was the #1 best-selling book last week when we launched the book in America. Yeah. That's pretty incredible. #1 on Publishers Weekly, #1 on the Wall Street Journal. All of the details and the statistics tell us it was the best-selling book of the week. And there's a reason for that. We're good at selling books, #1. We're also good at selling good books, and that's why people trust us. We don't put out junk. We don't publish 800 books a year. We put out a detailed game plan that is something you can trust to change your life and give you the guidance, give you the clear path to be the hero. And, man, when you retire with dignity, you're a hero. That's how that works. Hello. We could call you one of Hogan's heroes if we wanted to. But some of you wouldn't be old enough to even know what that means. So, Chris Hogan, check him out again right this second, signing books at the Barnes & Noble Promenade there in Los Angeles. Oh, and then they're headed to Sacramento, a big Retire Inspired event. Over 1,000 people going to be in Sacramento tomorrow night for that, and a book signing up there. We'll get Chris on the phone a little bit later and get caught up, pull him away, and try to make sure we get good input from him here, what's happening in his world. All right, let's go to Chelsea in Baltimore. Hi, Chelsea, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, I'm going to be leaving my job in the next week, and I was wondering what to do with my 401k. There's not much in it, but I went on your website for an ELP, and the closest one to me is about 3 hours away. So I was just hoping to get your input.
Well, I would roll it to a Roth IRA. Or a regular IRA, a traditional IRA. I'm sorry, if you roll it to a Roth, it'll become taxable, and I don't want you to pay taxes right now on it, unless you've just got a lot of extra money laying around. But if you're working, you're planning to get out of debt and stuff, I always recommend a direct transfer rollover anytime you leave your job. And if the money's over $10,000, I would put it in 4 mutual funds, a growth in income, an aggressive growth, and an international. That's what I personally do with my personal 401ks and IRAs. And they've done very well, thank you very much. Outperformed the market by over 1% a year over the last 10 to 20 years. 10 and 20 years, by the way. Net of fees, for those of you griping about index funds and all that whining you've been doing on my Twitter account until I get tired of you and block you. But anyway, that's what I do. And that's what I would suggest you do. If it's under $10,000, I would just pick out one fund. Just get you a good growth stock mutual fund. And I like funds that have a long track record of 10 years or more when I'm doing a rollover on something like this. And check in with our team here at the office and see if you're getting some bad info. That sounds wrong that someone in Baltimore has an ELP that's only 3 hours away is the closest. It's actually not right. You got some bad info somewhere. So if you want to holler at the team here at the office, they'll help you get lined up with an ELP since the website's failing you in some manner. Customer care will help you out. 888-22-PEACE, 888-227-3223. All right, Allison is in Dallas, Texas. Hi, Allison. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
So I've gotten myself kind of in a little situation. I have a paid-for home that right now is valued at $48,000, but it needs about $40,000 in repairs.
So it's valued at $48,000 without the repairs?
Well, that's what my tax statement says.
Oh, that's not a value. That has nothing to do with reality.
Well, it kind of needs everything fixed. It's basically like camping with 4 walls.
Are you living in the house?
Yes, because based on my bills and my income, I only have $500 extra a month, which wouldn't get me an apartment or anything. And so,
what do you make a year?
Well, last year I made $30,000. This year I've bumped up my income to $45,000.
Yeah. What other bills do you have?
It's just basic bills. I've been doing your debt snowball, and I do have a car payment that I have about $8,000 left on it. It costs me about $400 a month.
Okay, you're not in a position to do a rehab, so what you need to do is get online and talk to one of our ELPs and see if you can find an investor to buy this house as is, where it is. I don't know what it's worth today, but even if it's worth like $30,000, if you can get somebody to give you $30,000 cash, you clean up your debts, you move into a rental, you build your emergency fund, you start saving for a down payment on a real house. But camping there in something that needs that level of rehab, it's not got a good future for you. It's not, 5 years from today, the end of the story is still not going to be there. And so I would sell that house, and I would use the cash to clean up your mess and get yourself back on solid footing again. Hey, thanks for the call. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Larry Burnett here, inviting you to join Mark Mancini, Fred Wallen, and me for Open Season every Thursday at 3:05 p.m. here on Kcaa. We talk sports the way real sports fans talk sports, and we talk sports with some of the biggest names in the game. Names like Vin Scully, Jerry West, Goldberg, Tommy John, Sam Bam Cunningham, and Byron Scott. We tackle the issues and we don't pull any punches. So join us for Open Season every Thursday afternoon here on KCAA AM and FM.
That's 1050 AM and 106.5 FM.
Sitting here with Max Lucado. We're talking about stewardship and specifically leadership in the church. And how would you assess the American church, specifically leadership and how we've taught stewardship?
I think I'd give the church a pretty good grade on that, to be honest, especially in the last 20 and 30 years. I'm a pastor of a church, and I've had many discussions with other pastors, and I guess I'm just speaking out of my experience, but other pastors who really want to help people manage money well. So I sense among colleagues a real desire to do that. And I'm not just saying this because this is Dave's show, so to speak, but our generation has had its wonderful share of people like Dave Ramsey and Larry Burkett and others who have come alongside and said, hey, we'll help the church understand money from a biblical point of view. I don't know if that was around 50 or 80 or 100 years ago. I read a lot of older books. You don't see a lot of books on biblical finance or Christian finance or managing your money according to biblical principles. It could just be my ignorance. There may be many. But I do know this. If you were to go into a bookstore or go online today, you find quite a few really practical, helpful resources that the church can use. And so I think on that particular topic, I think we've made headway, and it's encouraging.
KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM is San Bernardino Strong.
In AgNet West today, a USDA microloan program now allows beginning and small farmers to use that loan money for property purchases. We'll have the story after this.
Tell weeds where to go with Kcaa herbicide from Valent USA Corporation. Growers and PCAs count on Kcaa because it's effective on more than 90 of the toughest winter annual broadleaf and grass weeds in crops like almonds, pistachios, walnuts, grapes, and alfalfa. Kcaa delivers proven long-lasting residual control, and Kcaa can be used on new plantings and young non-bearing trees and vines. Even better, Kcaa is weather-ready and farm-ready. Kcaa stays where you put it and doesn't photodegrade as it waits for moisture activation. Other pre-emergence herbicides can leach, co-distillate, and or photodegrade, reducing performance. And Kcaa is activated with only a quarter inch of rainfall or irrigation water. Take control and keep control of weeds with Kcaa herbicide. To learn more, talk to your PCA or go to valent.com/Kcaa. And while you're there, find out how Asana XL insecticide protects trees from dormant peach twig borer. Always read and follow label instructions.
A USDA microloan program has been expanded, now covering more types of investments for both new and smaller farmers and ranchers, including
real estate purchases
and other building construction projects, according to Farm Service Agency Administrator Valdo Seavey. FSA administers microloan programs, including the Direct Farm Ownership Microloan Program, which announced its expanded coverage Tuesday. The loans provide up to $50,000 to new farmers, niche or traditional operations.
Perhaps you needed to buy irrigation supplies or feed or fuel or a used tractor or panel truck, something to help you get your crops to market. Those were loans of up to $50,000, and to date we've made almost 17,000 of them.
More information about microloans and loan applications are available at local FSA offices.
That was Rod Bain reporting. I'm Sabrina Hill for AgNetWest.com.
Preston has set up this store to be bright and sunny when it needed to be.
Yeah, he's a master at that. So I heard the tour, I heard the book signing rather in Phoenix on last Friday night was huge. Over 500 people, is that right?
Yes, sir. Over 500 people turned out, Dave. Great stories and opportunity to talk to people. It was phenomenal. The energy was great. And just enjoy talking to people and seeing them and hearing their story. And they're telling me, Dave, already how the book's impacted their lives. So it makes me feel good, and the team should be proud.
Well, they are. They're proud of you, too. And a good Retire-inspired event on Saturday.
Yes, we did. We had a great event in Phoenix. A lot of people turned out. We had close to 700 people there and had an awesome time. We talked and did the VIP Q&A after the event. So just good people all the way around, Dave. This tour has been phenomenal.
Yeah, very cool. And you spoke Sunday, right, at the church?
I did. I had an opportunity to speak at Dream City Church, a few of their campuses in Scottsdale as well as Phoenix. And the congregation there was phenomenal. We had a great time talking to them and getting to know their story as well.
Very cool. Good stuff. That's a lot of fun. And then over to L.A. today and successful signing there. And then you guys are getting ready to head to Sacramento for the last city in the tour. It's almost over.
Yes. We're going to go to Sacramento. We're going to do some media there. Another book signing as well will be actually at Books A Million. In fact, Lifeway. I've had too many stops today. Lifeway will do a signing there and then have an opportunity to do the final Retire Inspired Live event.
Yeah, and that one's up over 1,000 folks, it looks like. And, folks, if you're in Sacramento and you'd like to come to the Retire Inspired event, it's tomorrow night, Tuesday night in Sacramento, and we would love to have you. You can still get tickets. Again, there's over 1,000 already going to be there. It's going to be a big event, and you can get tickets at DaveRamsey.com or ChrisHogan360.com. And then, of course, you're going to be at the Lifeway Christian Store, and that's the one on Alta Arden Expressway. And the last of the $2,000 gifts will be given away. No purchase necessary, but you have to be there. You must be present to win, and that's brought to you by Zander Insurance. That signing is at 12 noon tomorrow on Tuesday in Sacramento. And so is the hand holding up with all these signings?
Hi, Dave. The hand feels great, and I'm ready to roll. We still got plenty of books to sign and more people to meet.
There we go. Well, the book is done fabulously, as you know, and team's real proud of themselves and proud of you, and look forward to getting you back home, letting you get a little rest, because you guys have been going at it, man.
Yeah, we've been running 100 miles an hour a day, but it's been a blast. So thanks for all the support. Thanks to the team for all their support, and can't wait to see them soon.
Absolutely. We'll see you on Wednesday after you get home, get rested a little bit. So, well, congratulations again. Chris Hogan, the book is Retire Inspired. It's not an age. It's a financial number, and that's what you're looking for. Chris, be good, man.
Thank you, sir.
All right, very good stuff. And again, you can check him out in Sacramento at the Lifeway Christian Store or attend the Lifeway event or the Lifeway book signing at noon, or attend the Retire Inspired event tomorrow night in Sacramento. That's Tuesday evening. So make sure you check all of that stuff out. Good times with this book. It has done very well, and there's a reason. It's a really, really good book. It's a book that's been needed. People have often asked me, what do I do at retirement? What do I do at retirement? And so, well, you know, you save 15% of your income and baby step forward, you're not going to worry about retirement. But that's pretty much all I had said, or put in some mutual funds. And I know the other stuff, but I just had never written the, quote, retirement book, and I'm really glad that Chris Hogan did. He has really literally become America's voice for retirement. So check out the book. It's called Retire Inspired. It's entitled that, and it's really... It's not only doing very well, but it's really just a great book. And we really are getting great reviews in, people writing in emails and testimonials and so forth. And, you know, it's just fun to hear this thing actually touch people's lives and change the way they think. Because when you change the way you think, you change what you do. And when you change what you do, you change your results. There's no way around it. Kathy is with us. Kathy's in Pennsylvania. Hi, Kathy. How are you?
Hey, Dave, I'm good. How are you doing?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, thank you for taking my call. I guess the most immediate thing on my mind is my father passed away in October.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. It's never a good time, but he did live a long and very long life, 93. So
wow, okay.
A lot to be thankful for.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find out what to do with what I will be inheriting based on our age and where we are in the baby steps.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing that I know we're getting is about $9,400 in an IRA, and they've given me a couple choices of what to do with that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then about $14,000 in cash, and that'll be it until we sell the house.
Okay. Well, an inherited IRA does not have a penalty, but it will have taxes on it when you pull it out, and you are required to pull it out at a certain rate anyway. So you can roll it. You can roll it to a mutual fund and an inherited IRA, and it's got very specific terms on it on when you have to remove the money, which is sooner than normal. But if you want to keep the government's hands off of some of that money for a period of time, you can. Or if you want to pay your taxes on it and use it, you can do that now and use it somewhere else. If you don't need the money, you're not trying to get out of debt or something else, I would leave it in the inherited IRA and roll it over into a mutual fund and let it stay as long as it can and keep the government's hands off of it.
Okay.
How much will you get from the sale of the home?
Well, I'm not exactly sure. I would say probably my portion, no more than $50,000, because there's 4 of us.
All right. And do you have any debts other than your home?
No, sir. We don't own a home, but we're completely debt free. We do have probably about 5 months of emergency savings.
Okay. So are you thinking of buying a home and pooling all this money together maybe as a big down payment?
Well, we do need to think about that. We're in our early 50s. My husband's a pastor, so we have a parsonage right now.
Oh, I see.
But, of course, by the time we retire, we not only need to have a paid-for house, but, something for retirement. And we don't have much at all for retirement, about $6,000.
Okay, well, I would immediately start saving 15% of your household income towards retirement. And I probably, with that scenario, would park all of this money in mutual funds and let it sit there and grow, because 10 years from now, you're going to need a chunk of money to buy a home with, and we're going to let that money grow over to the side, and it's your house fund. That's really what it is, because when the parsonage is gone, you're going to need a place to live, and hopefully this $60,000 or $70,000 or whatever it all adds up to will grow into enough over the next 10 years to buy you something that you can pay cash for and use for your retirement home.
Right.
And that's exactly what I would do with that money. I keep my hands completely off of it, unless you have just some pretty severe need, like you've got a $300,000 car and you need to move up a little in car. You might use a little bit of it for that, but everything we use towards that's going to limit the house deal. So I really want to do that. And then as far as retirement cash goes, I want you to start saving 15% of your income towards retirement. Hold on. I'm going to give you a copy of Chris's book, since I was just bragging about it, and it's perfect for you to talk about your retirement at this stage of the game. Hold on, and I'll have Kelly pick up. We'll give you a copy of Retire Inspired. Very cool stuff. I think that's the third one of those I've ever given away so far. I need to give away more of those. That's pretty cool. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
You're listening to KCAA Loma Linda at 106.5 FM, K293CF Moreno Valley.
Here's the latest. I'm Doug Parrish. Digging out from a record-setting winter storm in Maryland, crews are out again today, clearing roads for travelers.
Overall, the entire state and local governments have done a tremendous job, kind of an amazing job, actually.
That was Maryland Governor Larry Hogan giving credit where credit is due. Maryland, D.C., and Virginia remain under states of emergency as the cleanup continues. There was also massive flooding along coastal areas in places like Ocean City, Maryland, and all along the Jersey Shore. Mother Nature did do damage over the weekend. Many residents say the ocean tides were actually higher than during Superstorm Sandy back in 2012. Michigan's Attorney General is opening an investigation into the Flint water crisis. Attorney General Bill Schuette says he understands the anger and frustration coming from the people of Flint and says he'll find out if any laws were broken, quote, without fear or favor, end quote. You're listening to the latest from 24/7 News. The Democratic candidates for president will meet one last time tonight before the Iowa caucuses next week. Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, Martin O'Malley will all be at Drake University in Des Moines to participate in a town hall forum this evening. The debate comes as Sanders rises in the polls.
So for Bernie Sanders, this is a golden opportunity for him to make a closing case to the voters.
That's Dr. Sean Foreman with Barry University, who expects Clinton to go after the Vermont senator in an effort to regain some momentum. Well, it hasn't been this cheap to drive a car since 2009. A new Lundberg survey says the average price of gas in the U.S. now has an average price of $1.91, the lowest it's been since January 2009. Well, Sunday's game between New England and Denver became a new television ratings champ for the NFL. The CBS broadcast was the highest-rated AFC championship game since 1987. 58% of TV viewers watched at least some of the game, according to Nielsen. I'm Doug Parrish.
Hi, it's Dave Collins in Snow Country. It's great when you go to the mountain and have your choice of any single trail, along with stashes of fresh powder left over. That's what we have at most of our mountains for today, and we could see some more fresh powder by midweek and especially towards the end of the week. Over 30 runs available for you at Mountain High, Snow Summit with over 24 trails, also Bear Mountain with 12 runs for you right now on a packed powder surface. Mammoth right now picked up 2 feet of snowfall out of the storm over the weekend. They've got 3,500 acres for you to ski and ride down. Over 50 trails available available at Bear Valley as they picked up over a foot of snowfall over the weekend. 8 inches fell at Mount Bachelor up in Oregon. They're up to 88 trails. They're skiing at 100%. Over 120 trails available at Sun Valley out in Idaho as they picked up a fresh half foot of snowfall. 2 feet of snowfall at Park City in Utah with 7,200 acres for you to ski and ride down. June in California with a foot and a half of snow. Also 45 trails on a pack powder surface at China Peak. There's more at snowcountry.com. I'm Dave Collins on KCAA 1050 AM and the all-new 106.5 FM, the stations that leave no listener behind.
Hello, everyone. This is Nina MD, Fusion of Science and Beauty. Listen to my show every Wednesday night, 6 p.m., KCAA 1050, where I'm going to give you the latest, greatest on anti-aging.
Out and about in Western agriculture, growers can be as specific as they want with the new UC IPM mobile app, which organizes the wealth of knowledge from the site to suit in-field needs. More after this.
Your nut and stone fruit trees have worked hard for you all season long, and now they're ready to sit back, relax, and enjoy a little downtime. Don't let peach twig borer ruin that rest. Asana XL insecticide, now available from Valent USA Corporation, protects your trees from peach twig borer during dormancy and delayed dormancy, preparing them for the next season. Asana is formulated with a unique cottonseed oil that's rain-fast and has excellent UV stability, even under intense sunlight. That means Asana lasts longer for outstanding extended control, rain or shine. Give your trees the break they deserve from peach twig borer with a dormant or delayed dormant application of Asana. To learn more, talk to your PCA or go to valent.com/Asana. And while you're there, find out how Retain Plant Growth Regulator helps with fruit and nut set during cherry and walnut bloom. Asana XL is a restricted use pesticide. Always read and follow label instructions.
Cooperative Extension IPM advisor Dr. Pete Goodell is showing growers how the new IPM mobile tool works and says growers can select the specific variables they're interested in. Goodell says the tool eliminates having to jump around on pages on the website by organizing all of that related information.
For an example, if you're talking about almonds, you'd have to go to leaf-footed bug and look at what the management approaches are. Then you'd have to go over to navel orangeworm and look at what the approaches are. And then maybe San Jose scale. And then, what was I looking at before? So this allows you to put it it kind of comes out in a table matrix way that you can look at, see which of the alternative cultural and biological controls work against the individual pest, as the same with the insecticide choices. So all of those alternatives and suggested approaches appear in one place.
I'm Taylor Hillman for AgnetWest.com.
From the KCAA Weather Center, I'm Tom Ladd. For this afternoon, it'll be sunny. Expect a high near 69. A calm wind out of the north at 5 in the afternoon. Clear tonight with low of 43. Sunny Tuesday and a high near 70. Clear Tuesday night with low near 47. Sunny Wednesday with the high near 72. Wednesday night cloudy with the low of 48. And for Thursday, it'll be sunny with the high of 76. That's your weather forecast for this hour from KCAA 106.5 FM and 1050 AM. The stations that leave no listener behind.
Your life is an adventure. Emotionally, you've just been through the ringer. You're not afraid of hard work, and you have no debt. Everything paid for. Very, very well done. You did the hard work, and you've done so good. You know when you've had it, that something has to happen inside of you. Slow and steady. Live on less than you make. Believe that it can happen. It does happen every day in America. You are the answer. God's blessings pouring to and through you are the answer. Right here in the lobby of Ramsey Solutions. They're here. David and Mindy are with us. Hey, guys. How are you?
Hi, Dave.
Hi. Welcome, welcome.
Great.
Where do you guys live?
We live in Salt Lake City, Utah, South Jordan, Utah, just a suburb of Salt Lake.
Yeah. Serious commute to Nashville to do a debt-free scream.
That's true. We're glad to be here.
Had to turn it into a whole family event, didn't you?
That's right.
I did.
Very cool. So how much debt have you guys paid?
We did $418,000 in 3 years and 11 months.
Yo-ho! Okay. Making what kind of money during that time?
Well, it started at about 136. We're up to about a 170 or so now.
Excellent. What do you guys do for a living?
I'm a programmer.
And I'm a stay-at-home homeschooling mom.
Very cool. Well, you're doing really well. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I'm guessing this involves a home.
It sure does, yes.
Now, did you sell the home?
No.
No, you literally cash flowed $400,000. You have lived on nothing.
We have lived on nothing.
Rice and beans. Beans rice.
I mean, nothing. You did this in basically 4 years. That's like $100,000 a year.
That's correct.
And while making 136 to 170, I mean, you have lived on nothing.
We're very gazelle intense.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So what's this house worth?
It's probably $550, maybe $6.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How's it feel to have a paid-for house as young as you are?
Amazing.
It's a little surreal, actually, still.
How old are you guys?
I'm 43.
44.
And you have a paid-for house.
We do.
You're weird.
Yeah,
we love to be weird.
You are amazing. you are absolutely
no normal
weird.
here.
Yeah, it feels funny when somebody else says it. Well, congratulations, you guys. Wow, what a journey.
Thank you.
What a journey. Now, how many kids do you all have?
We have 6.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, give me their names and ages.
We have Caden, our oldest son is 20.
Mm-hmm.
Calissa is our only daughter, she's 18.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have our 4 younger boys here with us in the lobby. There's Carson, who is 15, Carter, who is 12, Coleman, who is 10, and Kyler, who is 8.
And for you, those of you watching at home, looking deeply into your radio, those are all spelled with a K.
That is correct.
So why? Why a K? What's the deal?
It just started out that way. We named our first 2 kids, and then by the time we got to our third, we just knew we liked K names and
got a
kept on
pattern.
going.
That's got a pattern. So we just start making up names at that point.
That's right, yeah.
Okay, very cool. Good. Well, that's neat. Very fun. So tell me about your journey. What happened to cause this extreme intensity? Because you guys have been on this, man.
We have.
I mean, what happened 3 years and 11 months ago?
Well, we actually owned a restaurant kind of as a side business, but it was all-consuming. And when that restaurant closed, it was pretty devastating. And shortly thereafter, we went on a family reunion. And on the way home from the family reunion, it was January 1st of 2012. And we just were talking to each other. We had 32 hours to drive.
Oh, Lord.
Similar to today, we'll be driving home too. But we literally couldn't stand this debt, and we had to come up with a solution. But when we started to break it down and see what we could actually do, we thought, well, if we paid it off in 10 years, it would be $40,000 a year, which just seemed ridiculous. So we said, well, maybe 15, and that was even just sounds so depressing just because of the quantity of years. So we said, what if we did an 8? Well, it's only $50,000 more. And then we said, well, I said to her, to Mindy, what if we did it in 5? And she's like, well, that'd be like $80,000 a year. Well, because of the closing of the restaurant, we were able to get a big tax return the first year, which really jump-started us. And we were able to actually pay $118,000 off the first year.
Whoa!
And with that, we also were able to pay off the restaurant debt for on the day that we closed 1 year later. After the second year, we really were like, well, there's no way we're going to be able to do that again. But we did. We saved. She was the saver. I'm the maker. And after the third year, it was quite easy, actually, to get to the point where we could pay that last $100,000 off this year. So we celebrated on Black Friday while everybody was out buying things. That's the day that we actually paid it off, November 27th.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's fun. So at what point did you intersect with our stuff in this journey?
That's a good question.
Yeah, so I had just come across in the library probably 10 years ago or something, the Total Money Makeover book. And just, my dad's a financial planner. I love reading money books. And so I just picked it up and read it and got all fired up, but he wasn't really into it. And so he's like, it's fine if you do it, And so I was working through the baby steps myself. And
I got it, but I didn't get it.
Yeah. And so, but it kind of took that, and so I just kind of was continuing doing it. And even when we did the restaurant, I told him, you can't touch my rainy day fund, my 6 months expenses, you can't, And so, but finally when we kind of hit that rock bottom, I think it was when he just, had that humility of feeling like, oh, what are we going to do? And so then I got him Total Money Makeover on CD that he'd listen to on his commute. And then it just kind of all fell into place. And then when we had our road trip, we started talking.
Okay, so you had listened to the CDs before you went on the road trip?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Very cool. Very cool. So that gave you a framework to discuss it anyway. And you had him trapped in the car for 32 hours. So, yeah.
That's right.
You can't get away. A lot of stuff happens on road trips. It does. So some of it good, some of it not. But, yeah, that's good. Well, congratulations, you guys.
Yeah.
It's got to feel... You have to feel not only like you have... your discipline and your intensity is incredible. So you not only have to feel very proud and a sense of square shoulders about that, but then also now just the other side of that. It's almost like the other side of that coin when it turns over is just this release. There has to be that.
Absolutely. There's an amazing amount of freedom that's indescribable. I mean, really, to family and friends, the amount of freedom that we do have.
Yeah, it just is a mantle lifted off. And to his credit, he's so driven. And once he got it, he got gazelle intense. He's so driven, and he just,
worked like a maniac.
Exactly.
But truly, I think she was probably the inspiration all the way through the saving side of things too. Mm-hmm. You should tell your story.
Well, I just make it a game a little bit. I thought if we're doing rice and beans and rice, then we're going to have fun doing it. And we kind of get a kick out of beating the system a little bit. And so not only do we do with groceries, couponing, and price matching, but we did, figured out how to get things for free. And we canceled our cable and got a digital antenna. And we just, did all these things. Even, we have kids that are going to birthday parties get invited. And so we'd buy toys on clearance and stockpile them and just everything we could do. And then we figured out all these different things, mystery shopping and different things so we could get oil changes for free. We figured out through his employer free swimming lessons, free gym membership, and it just got to be a fun game like that. And even some hotel stays as a secret shopper, I got to do that. And so last year for our anniversary in March, we just went on a little road trip, and I figured out we had 3 free nights of hotels, we had some meals, we drove only about an hour away from our house, and when he took off work, the people gave him a really bad time, his employee or his fellow employees, that he was going to this little one-horse town for his anniversary trip. But, it cost us less than $100 for our whole 3-day weekend, and we loved it.
I didn't even know secret shopping was still going on. Sharon and I did that for restaurants when we were coming out of going broke. It's the only way we could afford to go out to eat, and they would pay. They would let us eat free, and then we had to fill out a little report. That's all it was. Yeah. But we got to go out to eat for free.
Yeah.
The paperwork is thick. She has to do all the paperwork that goes with it.
But it's worth it and fun because it's my time and we save the money.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Wow. Good job, you guys. All right. Is the whole family going to join the Scream?
They are.
Get in there, guys. Jump in there. You drive 32 hours, you get to do your debt-free Scream. That's how this works. Unbelievable. All right. David and Mindy and Carson and Carter and Coleman and Kyler. And $418,000 paid off in 11 months, making $136 to $170, and also playing the game. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free Scream.
3, 2, 1.
We're debt-free! Well done, you guys. Well done. Man, that's fun. What a family. Wow, big family. They did it, too. They did it while being a big family. Now, he's making good money, but, man, they lived on nothing to do that in 3 years and 11 months. That's amazing. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM are pleased to announce the brand new edition of The Stephanie Miller Show, right here weekdays, Monday through Friday at 4 p.m.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's The Stephanie Miller Show.
Join Stephanie every weekday for her fun humor and snappy wit. The perfect antidote to cantankerous, grumpy old conservatives. Stephanie Miller makes weekdays fun at 4 p.m. right here on KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM.
Did you know that your personal information is everywhere? And identity thieves are thinking up new ways to steal it. Without ID theft protection, you could spend hundreds of hours trying to get your life back. For a few dollars a month, Xander ID Theft Solutions can provide you peace of mind. Xander has a 100% recovery rate and offers the most affordable and comprehensive plans, covering all types of ID theft. From financial fraud to medical fraud, Xander has you covered and will do all the cleanup work for you. Visit XanderINS.com or call 1-800-356-4282.
KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM are San Bernardino strong.
Join Sowing Seeds for Life on Monday, Leap Year Day, February 29th, for the 7th Annual Celebrity Golf Tournament to fight hunger. This year, the event will take place at the beautiful Glendora Country Club. Registration starts at 9 a.m. The shotgun start is at 10. For more information or to register, please call 909-392-5777. 909-392-5777. This is Joe Lyons. I hope to see you at the Sowing Seeds Leap Day Golf Tournament.
Are you particular about the vitamins and supplements you take? Have you found that the big chain stores simply don't have what you need? Then you should know about the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. You'll find rock-bottom prices on gourmet, top-quality vitamins and mineral supplements at the Vitamin Center. Get 30% off on all supplements and homeopathic products. All, not just selected merchandise. In addition, you'll find 30% off on all cosmetics, soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, makeup, hair coloring, and lip gloss. And all tea products are discounted 20%. Why go anywhere else? See for yourself at the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills, or check out the savings and place your order online. VitaminCenterAgoraHills.com. Start saving by getting what you need from the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. And tell a friend that the Vitamin Center ships nationwide. Call 818-707-0005. That's 818-707-0005. The Vitamin Center of Agora Hills.
Your voice, your opinions, heard round the world at www.kcaaradio.com. The station that leaves no listener behind, KCAA.
Thank you for joining us, America. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. If you didn't know, our offices are in Brentwood, Tennessee, a suburb of Nashville, the Cool Springs area, and fairly easy to find. Folks don't often say they have trouble finding us at all. We're right off the interstate. And the show that I do, the radio show, 3 hours every day, is on the glass in the lobby. And so I'm sitting here right now looking out at the lobby with folks that are here and visiting from all over. And when someone comes in to do their debt-free scream in person, I'm looking at them across the lobby. And across the lobby from me is a bookstore and a coffee shop called Martha's Place. Dorothy is the magic lady in Martha's Place. She makes homemade baked goods every day, including cookies and coffees of all kind and fun stuff. All of it's free as far as the cookies and coffee and stuff goes. And so when you walk in here, it smells like Mama's kitchen. And makes you gain about 2 pounds when you walk in the door. No, actually, Dorothy removes all the calories from our stuff, so it's no problem at all. That was a lie. But anyway, it sounded good. So anyway, if you're ever in the Nashville area, just come by and see us. Lots of people do. And I usually go out at the different commercial breaks if I can, depending on what's happening with the show. And several times a day, I'm out there taking pictures, meeting people, signing their books, all kinds of different things. Just met a young man just a minute ago. This is interesting. His dad started listening to Dave Ramsey years ago. Guy's 27 years old. He said, I've never had a credit card. I've never had a car payment. I've never been in debt. And I save and invest actively all the time because my dad made me listen to your stuff when I was a kid. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Because can you imagine being 27 years old, not ever having had debt of any kind, having your emergency fund and being investing? How wealthy that guy is going to be. I mean, see, I don't even know his income, but I don't have to. If he saves 15% of his income, invests it for the rest of his life, he'll be wealthy. He'll have millions of dollars because he started in his 20s, and, you know, he's been wise. Absolutely. You know, and you know what? He didn't look like he was, he didn't look like he was suffering to me. Ryan's with us. Ryan's in Oakland, California. Hi, Ryan. How are you?
How's it going, Mr. Ramsey?
Better than I deserve, sir. How are you?
Good. I've just opened up a Roth 401k through my job. I'm 18 years old, and I usually make around $720 a month, but that can fluctuate depending on the hours I work.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting ready to go to college this fall, and I'm going to work in college, and I'm blessed to have parents that will be paying for my tuition, so I won't have any major student loans.
Okay.
I was just wondering if I should open a Roth IRA through a separate account to, you know, save some more money.
I wouldn't until you get out of school. The best investment Ryan can make is in Ryan, and that's making sure that you're able to finish school with zero debt. I know your mom and dad are paying the tuition, but you're going to have some expenses and some other things come up as you go along. And if you graduate from college and have zero debt and have $40,000 saved because of me, because I told you to do this instead of put money into a Roth, then you can do any kind of investing you want to do at that point. But your return on getting a quality degree in a marketable profession, your mathematical return is higher than any mutual fund will ever pay you. That's what I mean by investing into Ryan. Now, that's assuming you're studying something that you know that the marketplace will pay you to do, and so you want to be thinking about that. But I would invest in you, and I always recommend college students, let's get through school debt free and pile up cash as high as you can pile it. I mean, if you end up with over $100,000 and you want to do some investing, that's fine. But as long as you're under $100,000, I want you to just have the money to get through school, do your first year transition out of school, and then you can begin investing. You'll be fine. You start investing at 22 years old, you're going to be a multimillionaire. So you're going to be in great shape there. Good question, though. And the fact that you're thinking about this, Ryan, makes all the difference in the world. It's going to put you ahead of the game just because you noticed, because you're being intentional about it. Corey is in Bakersfield, California. Hi, Corey. How are you?
Pretty good, Dave, and yourself?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Awesome. I'm super nervous talking to you right now.
No problems. How can I help?
All right, so I just got married about 5 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I just sold one of my cars. And with that car, I have enough to pay most of my credit cards except for my car lease that I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm wondering whether I should use my credit card. To pay off the money to pay off my credit cards,
mm-hmm.
or to fix my wife's residency here in the U.S. first.
Your wife's residency. You married someone who's not a citizen.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, you need to take care of that before you do anything.
So that would be
we kind of want to keep our wife here. Yeah. So that's going to be like the first thing you do before you do anything else.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to go pick up your book right now, The Total Money Makeover.
Well, I'll give you a copy as a wedding gift. You hold on, and I'll have Kelly pick up, and we'll get you signed up. But, yeah, I would put that out there. Absolutely. Hey, folks, have you heard that we are now at, I think this week we're 536 team members here at Ramsey Solutions. It's a huge deal for us, breaking through that 500 mark. And it's not exactly a measure of success, but it's a means that if we can pay all those people, we must have a level of success. It's a big milestone. And with the launch of all of our digital products like Every Dollar, the online budgeting tool, Smart Dollar, the tool for corporate America to teach their employees how to handle money, these teams, our digital teams, are growing like wildfire. So we are looking for big-time designers who are experts in digital product design. Now, we only hire the best. We don't want to work with dumb people. Life's too short, right? You don't either, do you? I want to work with quality people that are hungry, they're humble, and they know how to get it done. They know how to leave the cave, kill something, drag it home, right? So if you're in that digital space, whether you're a developer, a designer, whatever you are, we've got some serious positions available. And we'd love to talk to you. Just check us out at DaveRamsey.com. Click the Dave's Hiring button on the right side of the homepage. Now, I will warn you in advance, it is difficult to get hired here. But we win Best Place to Work every year for the last 8 years. And the reason is we're best place to work. That's why. The way our team is family, we work with high-quality people, and it's an incredible environment, and we don't mess it up. And so it's very difficult to get on here. But when you get on, man, it pays off because it's a quality group of folks. And I'm honored to work beside them. I was in a meeting the other day with these digital guys, and I still don't know what they were talking about. They're smarter than me like crazy. But I'm just sitting there nodding like I was listening to a foreign language or something. But, hey, I'm writing their check. I got here first, so that's how it works. So, anyway, they're going to be okay. Hey, check it out, guys. DaveRamsey.com. Click Dave's Hiring on the right side of the homepage, especially if you're architect, your platform, your Ruby Rails developer, front-end developer, back-end developer, whatever, any of that stuff. Sysads, those kinds of folks. Yeah, we're growing. We need the help. So check us out, and we'll try to get connected up with you. Our question of the day comes from Blinds.com. You can spruce up any room without having to remodel with a new set of blinds. Check out Blinds.com. Use the code Ramsey when you're checking out, and you get one free blind for every 3 window blinds that you buy. Bargain. Blinds.com. Liz is in Florida. She says, I'm currently working on contract, and I know that I have a year and a half left. I have my $1,000. I'm working on my snowball. Since I do not have definite employment after this year, should I still work on my debt snowball, or should I build my emergency fund up to prepare after my contract while I'm looking for another job? At which point do I move from snowball to saving in this situation? I would stay on debt snowball until you're about 4 months out from the end of the contract, and then I'd use that 4 months to build up as much savings as you can possibly build up during that time. You're used to working contract. This has been your way of life for a while, so this is not shocking to you, and you probably will have something lined up. If you don't, 4 months out, have an extension or something lined up at the end of it, then yeah, I'd stop your total money makeover and build the amount as possible, build as much possible as you can build up so that you're ready for that transition time, and that you get yourself in a position that you don't have to take a bad deal of some kind. But no, I wouldn't stop right now, a year and a half out, especially if you're going into another contract, because you're going to live your life this way and you're never going to start. So, yeah, about 4 months, 5 months out, something like that. Push pause and build up as much savings as you can build. That puts this hour of the Dave Ramsey Show in the books. Our thanks to James Childs, our producer. Blake Thompson's our executive producer. Kelly Daniels, our associate producer and phone screener. I am Dave Ramsey, your host, and we'll be back.
KCAA. Like to spend a few days in another world? Then write this down. Golden Bear Cottages, Big Bear Lake. Now, listen, this is not some corporate-owned operation. It's family-owned and operated by some real nice people. Unique